Ow! Well, I've had my hands on a lot of teleconverters. I can't stand it too when people ask me about teleconverters and zoom lenses because generally if you're smart, you know you don't stick teleconverters on zoom lenses. It's like, oh, why not? Nikon or Fujifilm says that you can. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of things you could do. You could like have sex in the middle of a freeway with a bag over your head, but still wouldn't do it. There'd be a lot of bad reasons not to do that. There's only 3 lenses that this works with. The Fuji teleconverter, the 1.4. I would not even think of buying a 2 times teleconverter. Never. I own like a dozen teleconverters. By the way, this is the best made teleconverter I've ever had my hands on. What is it, 300? No, it's what, $450? I can't remember the price on the teleconverter, even though I required it within the past month. It does work excellently on the 50 to 140 with extremely little corner distortion. Also on the 100 to 400 millimeter. This lens works on 3 different lenses: the 100 to 400, the 50 to 140. It's like those are both zoom lenses. Yes, they are, but I didn't buy it to use on those lenses. I bought this lens in anticipation of the the 80 millimeter 80 millimeter macro. Fuji already lists this teleconverter as compatible with the 80 millimeter macro. I will be using this and the MCEX11, which is an 11 millimeter extension tube, on top of that sexy 80 millimeter Fuji lens, which I've already pre-ordered from my magical source. And so that's the reason why I bought this teleconverter. Before then, well, actually, it's still not before then because the 80 millimeter isn't out yet. This lens is, this teleconverter is only usable. 7 elements on this teleconverter, right? This lens is only usable on the 50 to 140 and the 100 to 400. I kid you not, I've had my hands on hundreds and hundreds, thousands really. Not that I own personally, but sold, had my hands on. This is the best made teleconverter I've had my hands on. Do you know how expensive like that TC 1.4E Nikon teleconverter? That thing's really expensive, and it's not made as good as this. This is made in Japan, and like I said, really and realistically, this is the best teleconverter, best made one I've had my hands on. Incredibly low distortion is a bit on the iffy side. Not really, it works fine. You gotta crop it anyway, big deal. Works great on the 100 to 400, works even better on the 50 to 140, which of course it should. The 100 to 400, it's got a crap load of glass in it. You add a teleconverter. When you start adding teleconverters to zoom lenses that have already got a crap load of glass in them and they're already perfectly designed, basically, as best they can, especially like a radical ultra zoom lens like that, 100 to 400 millimeter, then you start getting into the territory of, we're jacking with the light too much. So, I did not buy that for those zoom lenses. However, this is perfectly fine, like I said, on the 50-140. Awesome. Made really well. It comes with this cute little pouch. So I can't wait to get my 80 millimeter because that's the reason why I bought this teleconverter. Boom. I don't want to drop it. This is pretty expensive, but it's cheaper than Nikon's teleconverters. They're 1.4, which is the TC14E, which I have that. I use that on my 300 millimeter prime f4 phase Fresnel. When people say teleconverter and zoom lenses, my brain automatically wants to go, eh! So please God, never ask me about a teleconverter on a zoom lens because my brain will gonna go, eh! Teleconverters are made for prime lenses. Teleconverters primarily, pun. Teleconverters are really made for honkin' prime lenses like 300, 400, 500, 600 millimeter, 200 millimeter. That's what teleconverters are really designed for. The fact that some of them are compatible with zoom lenses doesn't mean anything. Like I said, you could have sex in the middle of a freeway with a bag over your head, but wouldn't recommend it. So there's my review, my crazy review of the, I'm recovering from the flu, so my review of the 1.4x Fujifilm teleconverter. I don't believe in 2 times teleconverters. Don't ask me about 2 times teleconverters. Really, I don't care what focal length it is. No one should ever really consider a 2x teleconverter. He's like, yeah, they make them. Yeah, but no. You don't buy a 2 times teleconverter. Why not? Because you don't. I've handled more glass than God, and here's the fact. You don't buy or consider 2x teleconverters. I don't give a damn if it works. It works, you know. Yeah, yeah, it works. But no, you just have to understand. People don't. So it's like, why don't you buy a 2x teleconverter? Because you just don't. Well, why? Because you don't understand optics. You start looking at the images and you go, no, no, I went too far. 1.4 is it. I don't care. Some people are like this. Well, I use a 3x teleconverter on my. Actually, you can get away with a 2x teleconverter if you're like rocking a 400 millimeter f4 or 500 mil. Yeah, some $10,000 glass. Then you're gonna crop the crap. You're gonna crop the crap out of the shot anyway, so you don't give a crap about the nasty edge distortion and all the crap that's going on around the outskirts of the full frame, or preferably. Well, you don't have to worry about it on a crop sensor because it's already cropped anyway. Because a lot of wildlife photographers use like 2x teleconverters with 300, 400, 500, 600 millimeter primes, but it's already cropping the crap out. But it's not on the full frame. But there is a valid place actually to use a 2x teleconverter. Anything other than a 300, 2.8, 400, 500, 600, screw 2x teleconverters. No. No. That's the NyQuil talking. NyQuil. That stuff gives me nightmares, by the way. I don't want to drink any more NyQuil. Because I had to get to sleep because I've been sick with the flu. I feel like I was going to die. There's nothing like a really bad case of the flu. Cold sweats, miserable feeling. Yeah. Isn't life wonderful? Bye.